let's begin. So, my first fact is, did you know that a great Italian shooter, which I don't know his name, and he was gonna kick against, and it was a penalty shot against Brazil, and something really weird actually happened. His pants fell down, and his shorts, actually not his pants, because his pants are longer, right? So his shorts fell out, and then he just like picked them up like normal. It was like, uh-oh. Instead, he just picks them up like normal, and then he beat it Brazil, which is very strange. I don't get it. And the funny part was the goalkeeper was just laughing instead. Like, I wouldn't dare to laugh. Except he laughed. And did you know there were 2 protests in history because people didn't help their nation, like people when they spend millions of dollars, some people actually were upset that they didn't pay millions of dollars for their nation, which that doesn't really make sense, but okay, I'll tell you. And so, like, did you know that actually there are 2 protests, and one was in Australia? And if you don't know, Australia's divided. Like, it's like divided into the rich countries and then the poor. Like there's like poor, and their houses are just all scrapped metal, and their water isn't very clean, and they live in scrapped metal houses, and if you go there, it's not really clean. It's dirty, and it's a bunch of, And then there's the rich side, which has tall buildings, everything, and it's only for businessmen. And also the poor place, they only use they use boats to just fish. And yeah, and in Brazil, and there was also a the protest was because Australia's government was paying millions of dollars for stadiums instead of the place where there's poor people, and they're like, how dare you, why aren't you paying money for us? If you go there often, you won't really see people really it's not a lot of people pay money, and not a lot of people really protest a lot. They don't really care. The rich side doesn't really think it matters, except then they were angry because they were paying millions of dollars or something else instead of them, and then there was just a protest, and I think this was not actually Australia, but in Brazil. They said they wouldn't cheer for their team because they were angry, which is weird, but yeah. And then I think that was Brazil who didn't want to cheer for their team. And Brazil isn't divided. Brazil is mostly just, when you go, if you're going in a busy city, you might find people poor. It's kind of like that, except Brazil, a lot of people, if you're walking, you'll see a bunch of people running, and there's a lot of people in Brazil, so yeah, a bunch of people running, you'll see a bunch of people. Some people would be running, others would be angry, like that. So yeah, some people are actually poor, and the protest was that they were paying the same reason, and then I think they didn't actually want to cheer for their team. And then, did you actually know the World Cup was actually stolen? Because it was in Brazil, and because Brazil won, and it also once hosted it twice, and actually played it, and I think it played in every single match. Except I don't think so. Except it got stolen. And they even had to hide it because of World War II. Yeah, and did you know that actually the U.S. hasn't won any matches since then? And it makes no sense. How did the U.S. not even win a single match? Which makes no sense. Did you know that the World Cup is actually in Qatar, which is actually really crucial because it's actually saying, like, I heard that it's actually gonna be the smallest country to hold it, and like Qatar is prepared with hundreds of stuff. Did you know that the World Cup was there's also a Women's Cup, and if you want to watch it, but just wait for the next year. Like if you're 4 years old and if you're grade 4, and then the next year it will be like, cause like the Men's Cup World Cup is first, and then the next year will be the Women's Cup. So yeah, there's 2 World Cups. Did you know the World Cup also gets world records? Except, I don't actually know any world records. Except, did you know there's FIFA World Cup soccer on a beach, which really doesn't sound nice. Except there's beach soccer World Cup, and it's actually really annoying, you know, cause sand on your leg, and then kick the ball, and then, you know, it would be annoying. So it's actually gonna be hell. There's actually beach soccer, and if you like the beach and you do not like getting off the beach for sports, you can play beach soccer, and it's for World Cup. Except not a lot. It's harder to find a beach World Cup because mostly you'll find it in normal stadiums. It's harder to find it in a beach. Except sometimes you find it in a beach. Okay, and these are some facts about the Women's World Cup. So, did you know that the Women's World Cup was held 8 times in the USA? Held 8 times in the USA? Actually, no. I knew this a lot. And actually it was held 8 times. And the US actually won 4 times, and Germany has won twice. Not men, but women. And USA hasn't won any time. And Norway and Japan was held in Mexico in 1971, which is long. Yeah, and there's actually a Women's World Cup, which I think is strange. Why is it like the year next year? So I'm not sure when is the Beach World Cup. So if you're wondering, then search when is the Beach World Cup, because there's like sometimes they turn it into a FIFA World Cup beach, because they're like playing beach soccer, which I wouldn't really like, because, you know, it really is annoying. You're like, hey, and I hope the soccer players learn this, ow, because, like, you know, they can burn their legs on the sand. And they wear sandals, which is also annoying. And, yeah. And also, did you know that there's a stadium in Qatar for the World Cup, which is right now? And it's actually, oh yeah, cargo bin stadium. It's full of cargo bins. So like you're like this. So it's like a maze of cargo bins. Did you know there's actually like, it's kind of like a hotel in a stadium. And if you don't know, there's actually sleeping rooms, closets, and they're mostly for the players. You can actually book a sleeping room in the stadium and sleep. There's like a bed area in the stadium. There's a news reporter area in the stadium. There's even the play. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. There's even a play like a place where they can actually make their own bedroom. So they have their own bedroom. They also have like a little bedroom where they can just sleep and do nothing. But it'll be funny because like you can be like this, sleep tight and then wake up. Yay! Go! World Cup! Yay! Yay! That team score. Sleep, wake up. Except too bad that's not only held in one stadium, because there's about 8 stadiums. So that took me a little while because I just was remembering, but yeah. Did you know Mexico is actually most popular for winning World Cups? It has won 5. And actually, Mexico, I think that's a world record, yeah. And did you know that actually there's a lot of world records for soccer? Like, we know world records, and Guinness World Record book is like, oh yeah, this guy in basketball broke the world record. Except there's world records that aren't in the Guinness World Record, but are seen, like, people break world records all the time, and sometimes they're not held in Guinness World Records. And did you know 1954 World Cup was hosted in Switzerland? Which I have no idea. Like, I had no idea. When I was researching, I actually found out that. And the fastest... Did you know there was actually a fast World Cup? And, yeah. Did you know that there was a game virus in Roman, and it was a player from Chile, and became the first player to be dismissed. It was a red card in World Cup history, which makes like I know that, except it's kind of strange, and it was in 1974. Weird, but yeah. And yeah. And did you know? And like, there's a first ever player to be expelled. And yeah, and he was actually expelled from 70 minutes in the game virus, which, various. I'm trying to remember, and I don't know his name, but he was also from Chile, and he was the first player to be dismissed with a red card in World Cup history, and it was and yeah, I don't know the date, but yeah. Did you know the first clean shot was U.S. goalkeeper Jimmy Douglas? In 1930 World Cup tournament, they beat Belgium 3-0 on 13th of July, 1930. And yeah, did you know? And yeah, and here's the final fact. Did you know that was Hong Kong dupe goalkeeper got 16? No, actually, no. Among all goalkeepers, this one in South Korea, Hong Kong, has the world. Okay, never mind. That one was actually a mistake. Like, that one I haven't remembered. Except, did you know in 2022, which is now, this guy actually claimed North Korea approached him to try to influence the draw for South Africa tournament in 2010. At the time, he was a member of FIFA football communities. While in North Korea, he approached by football officials requesting an easy group stage after expelling. This was a crime in Atlanta. No, still didn't believe this guy, which I have no idea. Except it's a fact, and I found out about it in my research. So yeah. Bye, guys.